We are here at MorningStar. I'm Nate Eaton, and I'm really excited for today's life lesson. This is Arlene Hix. Arlene and I met a few years ago. Arlene, tragically under the circumstances, your husband had passed away.
Yes.
So for those people that aren't familiar with that story, give me a brief synopsis of what happened.
My husband and I were going to Jackson, and he had a massive heart attack, and we went into the Snake River. And luckily, I was rescued by some sweet fishermen and the deputy sheriff from Jackson.
You were rescued. Sadly, your husband passed away.
Yes.
And those people that rescued you were honored.
Yes, they were honored in December at a very well done program.
Yeah. So Arlene and I met at that time. We did the story, and you were saying how appreciative you were of the people who saved your husband's, or who saved you and tried to save your husband. How long had you all been married?
Well, this year it would have been 62 years.
62 years. And how many children?
We have 7 children.
And grandchildren?
We have 31 grandchildren and 33 great-grandchildren with more on the way.
Did you ever think you'd be a great-grandma?
Not of that many great-grandchildren.
Yeah. Well, you are a great-grandma from everything I've seen. Tell me, Arlene, as you were raising those children, what did you learn?
I learned that you can have a big family, that the older children really do step up and help take care of the younger children. When people tell me, oh, I can never do that, they don't realize what a great blessing a big family is, because everyone really does help everyone else.
Yeah. And I would imagine there were some times where patience was thin in the house, maybe?
Yeah, we had quite a few moments.
Yeah.
With 4 girls, the 4 girls were the oldest, and the 3 boys came after the girls, and I guess every girl's fight about clothes.
Yeah.
At least me and my sisters do.
There's a lot of young mothers that watch these and think, my kids are never going to grow up. This is going to last forever. I'm so stressed out. I don't get any sleep. What's your advice to those women watching?
Oh, the time will come when you wish they were all back home. It's so fun raising a family and having kids come to your home and know that they're always welcome to bring their friends, and that's the best part of life. Really, after they all leave, it's a lot more lonesome.
Now, you guys stayed most of your life, from what I recall, here in eastern Idaho, in Idaho Falls.
Yeah, we lived out in Coltman, and we were in our home for 52 years. And then after my husband passed away, I moved to Idaho Falls.
Now, 52 years with your husband, you said over 60 years now if he was still here. What are some of the secrets to having such a successful marriage?
A very devoted husband. He was as much as part of the caretaking as I was, and he was very active in the community, and he knew what was going on and what he needed to do for his children, and I followed along because he always had the best advice.
Did he?
Yeah, he truly was an amazing person.
How would you all resolve disagreements?
Well, the thing I would tell you not to do is don't speak to each other. Sometimes when you don't speak to each other, it just gets worse.
So don't speak to each other. Don't do the silent treatment, is what you're saying.
Don't do the silent treatment.
Yeah.
We need to communicate, and I think that's the hardest thing to learn, is to communicate and get the things resolved that happen.
Mm-hmm. So you've moved to MorningStar, and how has that adjustment been?
It was very hard the first month trying to learn how to get around my new apartment, but I have learned that there's wonderful people here to help me, and that even though you're blind, you can learn to navigate yourself around your home. And I feel like this is my new home, and this is where I will be. So I'm thankful for all my caretakers, very much so.
Yeah, they have good caretakers here. So I do want to hear more about, you mentioned that you were blind here. And so in a few weeks, I want to, if you wouldn't mind kind of sharing your story and giving some hope to people that might be watching here on Life Lessons. Is that all right?
Yes.
All right. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in a few weeks and have more with Arlene.